Enter through the narrow gate.
Lost Zion is an advanced walking simulator horror. What does that mean, you wonder? Well, as I stated in my initial trailer months ago, this game is a movie, as you can see. I must say that this will mean that you will play as the character. You will walk. You will make the story unfold before your eyes, and only you can progress this immersive movie. Not the controller. Every step is your decision, and you can even run in this game. The game aesthetics will have the look and feeling of three styles combined, let's say. Blade Runner 75%, the father, Tron 15%, the mother, and Cyberpunk 10%, the baby. Should we call this game Cyberpunk Tron Runner? Nope. Lost Zion will do. It's short, easy to memorize, has a deep meaning, and only from the title alone you can extract main lore. And it fits perfectly for a horror game, don't you say? Remember how in Blade Runner the main protagonist was mainly walking around? You will do the same, but as a more capable service bot unit. The way you progress in this game is by walking through obstacles that will eventually lead you to the gravity core, which will be your prime directive. As such, it is set as an obedient command in your program, but you will need to figure out who and why. And remember, you will be the main protagonist in this story. Your actions... I always wanted to play in a Blade Runner style game. But for my first ever fully developed game, it's quite a big leap. A quite ambitious game, some would say. I must say that I've tried creating 2 games in the past 15 years, but both times I've abandoned them because I was only good with visuals. The programming part was too complicated for me to learn.
Time came. Jimmy grabbed the mic like it's Hall of Fame. Speech too long, jokes don't land. Every single day.
I've even created a few maps in Fortnite, moment in which I've learned a little bit of programming, but not a lot, because Fortnite has a very intuitive set of mechanics you can just add to your map. And as you can clearly notice, all my projects have the visuals somewhat okay, no? Or you will say it looks like poop. I don't think so.
Welcome to Relaxation Retreat in the Romanian mountains. People have left the town. The question is why?
Wanna set the world on fire.
That is why Lost Zion looks and feels cinematic. That is only a hint and taste of what is to come. Because you see, first, I am a gamer. But to understand what type of gamer I am will tell you in short the story of my life. Since I was a kid, I wanted to make games. I grew up having 386, 486, Pentium 1, etc., and played many good old games. Since GTA 1, I tried making a game, and in my innocence and happiness, I created folders and icons and notepads and gave names and located them. The mindset of a game developer, it was only fun time then. I became a hardcore gamer, as you can imagine. This image is not 100% accurate. Our setup was more like this. Yes, I said ours, because I have 3 more brothers, and we all started as gamers, but each of us derived from being a gamer. My oldest brother broke our first computer.
Oh no, I broke it!
And the next day, he repaired it.
Oh yes, I repaired it!
Now he makes websites out of text code. One time my computer broke and he came, gave some commands to my DOS and stuff, and bang, repaired. I was an artist. I wanted to be able to create it all I have in my head. My teacher told my parents I am a dreamer, like I look out the window and not pay attention to class, like I am with my head in the clouds, like I am a loser. I usually enjoy playing RPGs, something to get lost in for hours with mystery, exploration, random good stories, not main missions, nice nostalgic atmosphere games like Skyrim, Fallout 4, Stalker 2, etc. But in parallel with the life of a gamer, I developed my artistic side and I've created many short films. At age 14, I was cameraman for an expensive wedding in my country. So I became a cameraman, actor, videographer, photographer, director, basically the whole team. All my projects were done with zero budget, because poverty. Even the big ones, people wanted to be famous, and I gave them that possibility by helping me make the ideas I want as short films. I was editing all my movies as well. That entails something that you can't see but hear, and that is sound, music, audio. And that is way more important than you think in movie or gaming industry. And of course, special effects. And even if harder to create, you must understand that audio is greater than visuals. If you, for example, see a horror movie with no sound, you won't get scared. I was even a DJ for special occasions, but when creating audio, it's way more difficult and didn't have much experience in creating the music.
What's up? You left to the end of. No, you're right. I came from the west. You don't think I'm high? I'm around. You know?
I'm sweating Pikachu. I'm sweating Pikachu. I start to take my clothes off. Pikachu. And cleaning.
Now I can say I'm okay with it. Hey heck. I created a few fashion designs as well that look somewhat Matrix-like. But no matter what I did with my artistic life, I've never been able to progress on the idea. And a major factor was that everything I've done, created, was with zero budget. Well, I paid for someone to build the fashion costumes, but that's it. I'm a man with taste in sci-fi, action and horror movies, retro music, futuristic retro fashion. This game will include all 4 themes, but I have a humoristic side to me as well.
Чему? Куда ще ми квасить поміємо? Я фаша паркосимо. О, є. Що? Дай себе до каріуня.
And I'm all out of gum.
I brought you into my home. You wouldn't leave my wife alone. No good at all. Rascal you. Well, I know you don't. You're right. Oh, you ain't no good at all. Rascal you. I'll be dead.
All right, mate, let's get back to the game, shall we? Nobody asked about your boring life. Sure, but I don't want to pull a day before tomorrow on you guys, so allow it. Sorry for the sudden pause, but with this occasion, a quick second about the sponsor of this video. Reality Mirror is the sponsor of this video, and let me tell you, this guy, man, he don't pay me $1. But at least he has great ideas. Au revoir. I never liked reading notes in games, but I was thinking what would make me read in horror games, so then I created a notepad in the theme of cyberpunk with holographic design. The design is easy to understand, very readable without breaking your immersion by seeing only the text of the pad. From the design alone, you will be able to discover a lot of information. you will see how the person who is talking looks like to whom they try to communicate the message. And from the message itself, you will be able to puzzle lore elements together like a true detective. And most importantly, for people who don't like reading like me, many of them will have short messages. And because of my history in movie making, every frame, every visual, every scene needs to be pleasant to the eyes in contrast of colors. Even a single main element in the simple yet striking contrast of the sky. Don't need every step to be rainbows, waking up, schizophrenic, and making sure your computer won't explode playing my game. For a psychological horror game, the atmosphere fits perfectly in it, mate. And no place in the world is the same. Every location is different and very distinct from each other. What's that? What you keep asking me, mate. How big is the city? Well, it's quite massive. What you see on the screen is only a quarter from the whole city, and here alone will be the demo, estimated to around 40 minutes of gameplay playing like a normal gamer. Many times happens that I stumble upon great ideas that are very easy to replicate and will give an interesting visual effect. I like to even implement parts of my life, my other projects, or my photos. The photos I like most, I make them cyber style and implement them in the game to fit perfectly with the theme. Aye, mate? And of course, other things that inspired me. You will see ideas of games that I want to make, if I will be able in this lifetime. What you see on the screen is only for a game idea in the style of Fallout New Vegas version 2, which I will need a good team to create it. But that is a story for another day. For Lost Zion alone, even thou, it's a walking simulator. This is how much I've written down important information to remember to add when time is right. So make sure that you write down in a notepad or on phone all good ideas that pop up into your head. That way you will remember it twice, because you taking the time to write it in your subconscious memory, and it will have a 60 to 100% chance to activate at the appropriate time depending on how much context you give to your idea, resulting in helping you with whatever you are doing. But important to understand that as you write your great idea, it will evolve and evolve and evolve, and you need to stop. Make it compact. Keep only what is important in your memory. Look who's talking. That is why good detectives write all information they get on paper once they hear it, and in the future, when the clue should appear, they solve the problem quick and in a very intriguing way. You can apply this to anything in your life. Thank me later. Many times you will feel the immense city and have the feeling that you are getting lost. The city is massive, yes, but have no worries, because every massive zone is considered a puzzle on itself, and anything that is considered puzzle will not explode your brains, and whenever you can't progress any further, you will know. Zones are very distinct and unique from each other. The ideas for this video game, movie game, were conceived with the purpose of interconnecting the stories, episodes, in the style of Half-Life 1 and Half-Life Opposing Force. Is impossible if I want to put all in one game, and it's not as interesting and impactful as when story is well separated. And rest assured, the game is planned for at least 5 episodes, but what I want to do is in each episode to be different type of game inside the city of Lost Zion. For example, in the second episode, I need to learn a lot of programming to make flying racing cars game. Of course, with multiplayer, but depending how difficult will be, we'll skip to the next episode idea or not. In the third episode will be the Half-Life Opposing Force style game. You will be able to shoot as well and interact with the weapons you see in the first game, the horror one, where you will not be able to use any guns. This is an advanced walking horror simulator, remember? But for all my ideas to work, according to plan, my first game must be a success. Please support this mega noob. And I always wanted to make a good horror movie and didn't have the chance. Now is my chance. But eventually the goal for this game is to evolve so much until reaching the stage of GTARP, you know, the private servers, where you can roleplay in such a manner that boosts your adrenaline. There is this guy, Lenny Barn, who know what I'm talking about. But I want to make it in such a way that it will make you roleplay to actually do missions. That will be the multiplayer side, and I want to start with that. You will be able to play with some Shadowrunners as well. And the storyline will come later. After the community will be familiar with the city of Lost Zion. But until then, it's a really long way, especially as a single developer. But I intend only the first game, the horror walking simulator, to make it alone so that I can learn the logic behind blueprints and stuff. I hope I will prevail because it already happened to me a few times that I wanted to abandon this game. Again, it's so complicated. But I pushed myself above the limits this time. Think of this game to be the most cinematic walking simulator experience where you're not just walking around mindlessly, but decipher great lore, surpass puzzle areas, because I
will prevail.
I keep hearing you asking me if I use AI slop for this game. Yes, I do, my friend. Imagine if I had AI when I was making movies 20 years ago. Pfft, mate, and I am an artist, remember? I see AI as the extraordinary tool that helps me achieve my full potential, because one-man team will make this game, myself alone. And again, as before, with zero budget, I pay no AI subscriptions, can't afford. So many times my progress may be delayed by a day when free limit expires, LOL. AI listens to my problems and gives me the solution. But so, you understand one of the many methods of using AI as an artist, when, for example, I don't have any ideas left for a particular scene or part in the city. I print screen that scene or zone and I ask AI very specific the way I want it, but to make it as it part of the game. And then I make it happen inside Unreal Engine. Even my voice is AI, because my real voice sounds like this.
That's Pepusi. That's it, that's to Pepusi. You know what to buy my game? Buy my game.
I must say that I don't want this to be my future for me, but for the first game is okay because I must learn everything. And when this horror game will be a success, God willing, I will be able to hire a proper team so I can make the next game's episodes as quick as possible with a proper team and AI tools. And if SO, in about 3 years, I would say you might even see my dream project trailer, the Desert Vegas 2 game. You know what? I am a gamer for the gamers more than I will ever be a developer. And you know why? Because gamers are the most creative, logical people, with the exception of losers, of course. Games are meant to be for fun, not to demolish each other's spirit. Multiplayer games usually trigger the loser in a gamer. It happened to me, it happened to every gamer. I make this game like I make it for myself. If you decide to support this noob, I will be able to finish the first game, the horror one this year. $1 for me, it will be more than enough. Kickstarter initiated. If not, I will need to go to work again. Life in London is expensive. £800 for a room, and to this very day, I have half a year working daily on the game. My game initially had 533 giga, half a tera, and after many, many headaches, I found out that some temporary files built in time. And after many more headaches, I managed to click around again in folders, but this time it was my real game. From fiction to reality, having an executable that works in only 20 giga. I was a kid again. You can't imagine the happiness. Thank you for the 20 people who believe I can pull this off who has listed my game. Much, much appreciated. You won't be disappointed. So the demo will be up on this June on Next Fest on Steam. My teacher called me a dreamer, and now I present to you my firstborn dream. So,
Please